You helped and create a bigger pail when you voted for the drug prescription program in 2003. So I want to hold you accountable for that now. Because I have a concern, because that does make the Medicare program more expensive, a lot more than they told us in 2003. And then, and finally, and I'll shut up, is, you know, we have disclosure laws about many things. But when I go to the doctor and plan surgery in the hospital, and I ask the doctor how much it's going to cost, it's my money that pays insurance. It's my money that pays Medicare. It's not some government. It's me. I'm the one who pays it. We all pay it. And I ask the doctor how much is the surgery going to cost. I don't know. How much is the hospital going to cost? I don't know. How much is the anesthesiologist going to cost? I don't know. We don't have any price idea of what we're spending. And the same thing at the pharmacy. I go to the pharmacy to get drugs. And they say your copayment is $10. Well, I said, well, how much is the drug? I pay for it with my insurance, with Medicare. I pay for it. I don't know how much it costs. The druggist doesn't know. They can't give me that information. So I can't price shop for medical supplies or anything. So how can we fix that?
Okay. Yeah. That deserves motivation. What am I going to do? And not be part of the problem, but be part of the solution. You are right, and I think that we Republicans can be, we that voted in favor of Part D, and I did try to, at the outset, explain the dynamic scoring. But, you know, going strictly by the rules and the static scoring, we should have tried to pay for that. We should have cut spending across the board. Every single, except maybe national defense, we had just 2 years away from 9/11, and so you want to hold that harmless, and maybe national security, but all of these other things, and I voted for amendments to every appropriation bill. Cut it 1% across the board, cut it 2% across the board, cut it 3%, freeze it, and of course they were all voted down. So that's what I can continue to do, and not vote for anything going forward that is not paid for. And I think you're absolutely right about that. In regard to transparency and knowing what things truly cost, whether it's a medication over and above your copay or surgery. I think that we absolutely need to go to a fully integrated electronic medical record system, not just e-prescribing, not just filing claims and paying bills, but an opportunity for people to go on the internet in a secure way and find out how much the general surgeon charges for a laparoscopic removal of the gallbladder, or how much the OBGYN doctor charges for a routine, uncomplicated cesarean section, or how much the cardiologist, interventional cardiologist, charges to do a balloon angioplasty or put in a stent. Because there's a difference. And, you know, they're very good doctors, and people need to be able not only to have that information available to them online, but they also need to know how many procedures that doctor has done and what his or her success rate is. So all of that I am in favor of. Of course, to do that, to get to that point, President Bush called for this back in 2014. President Obama has followed right along that and even one-upped him in regard to putting money behind moving toward a completely integrated electronic medical records, so that if someone in Carrollton is on vacation in China, they pass out and they're unconscious and they're taken to an emergency room and they don't speak the language, even if they were awake, to have a card with a radio frequency identification and a secure, that they can just swipe that card and immediately transpose the language and know exactly that patient was already on Plavix and maybe even Coumadin, so that the doctors don't do something that could inadvertently kill them That's why this is so important. Thank you for that great question.